against Saints here on Good Friday. That's next Friday. Yes, Easter is almost upon us, and even though the snow has been falling throughout the nation over the past 48 hours, the clocks go forward a week tomorrow. It is officially summertime from a week on Sunday, and of course we had the spring equinox earlier this week. It's good to be alive.
It certainly is, and I reckon that both sets of players, they're just out there. Beautiful conditions when you look at the pitch surface, but it is very, very cold down there. The wind. Big night for this fella, Tim Roby, as well.
Yeah, the pitch looking in such good condition because, of course, this is a Premier League football ground, and the pitch has the benefit of an under blanket, and so there was never a question that the snow would settle here. And 10 seconds away, and this game can get in motion. Wigan's 3-match winning sequence coming to a halt at Leeds last Friday. They've lost 2 of their first 7 rounds, exactly the same as last year. Rhys Hanbury gets us underway here at the DW Stadium. It's Wigan in cherry and white against this fluorescent orange and multicoloured Widnes Vikings, and the first tackle and the first injury by the looks of things for the Widnes Vikings. There's a player down there on his haunches. It's Ben Cross.
Yeah, the prop forward went in very awkward there. It was obvious that Widnes wanted to make an impact in the opening one, and he caught the head of one of his colleagues. I think it was Hep Cahill that had the head shunt back right into the face of Ben Cross. He looks to be a little bit groggy.
Well, he's back in the line now. Here, meanwhile, is Paddy Flynn for the Vikings. And a half-time in France, Bradford with their noses in front. Catalans 6, the Bradford Bulls 10. And we're down there, of course, a week on Monday with the Leeds Rhinos. Dennis Betts, the former Wigan legend, the Widnes Vikings coach these days, won every honour in the game when he was a player here with the Wigan club in a glorious period of the game and Wigan's history, the 80s and 90s. Here is Frank Winterstein driving his legs forward, gets over the halfway line. The snow is just starting to flurry down on the DW Stadium. Here is Ben Cross, his first touch, and the arm around the top of the face from number 15, Ben Flower, is illegal, says Tim Roby. It's the first penalty to the Vikings.
And he's got it spot on. It wasn't a swinging arm, but you can see there, well, there's no way in the world. It's sort of a half grapple tackle. Man with the whistle, Tim Roby, gives away the first penalty. We said it was going to be tasty. It has to be. The forwards really want to make an impact, as I say. It's cold conditions out there. They want to keep moving. Say, especially the forwards, Eddie, they will not be looking for a substitution early.
No, they won't. That's Eamon O'Carroll driving it in. Here is John Clark, gets the ball away to Ben Cross, and Cross will trundle that ball up the middle, but there are 4 there to meet him. The legs came up. Blake Green was there, and Liam Farrell was there as well. Here is Clark again attacking the line, gets the ball away, short pass on, almost through. Good little run coming in then was that it was Hep Cahill. And he plays the ball to John Clark. He finds Lloyd White, short pass from him. It's Winterstein again. And all hands to the pump defensively for the Wigan Warriors here. Last one, this set of 6. Clark tries to slide it through. Now then, is that 6 to go? No, the referee has still got his hand up in the air. That's the turnover. And John Clark a little unhappy with the way that Sam Tompkins lifted his leg at the back end of that tackle.
They'd be right to complain. He didn't like it at all. You could see there that Sam Tompkins certainly lifted. The tackle had been completed. It was good solid defence there. Oh, swinging arm from Hep Cahill.
Not a bad place for Widnes to turn the ball over there, and Wigan will have to try and run this ball out if they possibly can, and that's what they are doing here. It's a penalty for hands in at the ruck.
That's great playing it from Wigan, though, to realise, Eddie, like you said, they were trapped in that corner, but they had the skill and the vision to get the ball wide to a big man in Thornley. They've then awarded a penalty for interference, and it's immediately got them out of that difficult danger.
And I think as well, Phil, it's good game plan. They looked at the images in the week and said, Widnes, stack up tight when they think you've got you in the corner. We might be able to get them on the edge, and they had the skill and the execution to exploit that.
Wigan's last defeat against Widnes here, July 2003, 18-22. It cost coach Stuart Raper his job. The late and great Mike Gregory moved in, and soon after that, when Mike became ill, Dennis Betts took over. He was then replaced, of course, by Ian Millwood subsequently. Spent some time out of the game, but now he's back and turning the Widnes Vikings into a force. The kick from Blake Green finds the touchline on this near side.
And it's a good one as well. It's always an advantage to turn the opposition around. Okay, they'll get head and feet, will Widnes, but the way that this Wigan defence has been playing this year, they're pretty confident about it. We've already mentioned the fact that although they lost by 4 points against Leeds last weekend, I must say I was impressed the way that the Wigan youngsters stood up, and so was this fella, Sean Wayne.
Well, for a few seasons, Mike, the Wigan have started games faster and stronger than most of their opponents. And that first 10-minute period, I'm sure, has been spoken about Widnes. They warmed up well, but they have to start the game well, because Wigan generally put some points on the board before they get to the 10-minute mark.
Well, they're almost at the halfway stage as far as that is concerned. And Wigan were very quick out of the blocks. Having said that, Winterstein was gingerly getting to his feet. It took an eternity to play the ball, and that certainly caught all the Wigan defenders rushing out. And it's a quick penalty they've taken as well, the Vikings.
He's receiving treatment in back play there as Winterstein. He's not well.
This, meanwhile, is Rhys Hanbury, and there is Winterstein.
Well, not the best start for Widnes. Bang of head, clash of heads with Ben Cross.
But he managed to get that ball away to Lloyd White. That's the third tackle this set of 6, 23 metres or thereabouts away from the line. Hanbury attacking down that left-hand side once again. Ben Flower has shuffled across there.
Well,
Patrick Arvan.
It appears Winterstein is okay. He's trying to get back into the line.
Yes, he's making his way upfield as we've reached the 5th tackle. So it's a crossfield kick here, looking for Paddy Flynn. Very well claimed. Very well claimed by Pat Richards. And apparently the foot was on the line for Pat Richards, and so it's a 20-metre restart. It was defused in goal, therefore.
What a take. Absolutely superb.
Just to explain, some of the Wigan fans were complaining then that the referee stopped the Warriors from a quick restart. If the player who catches it passes it to a teammate, they're not then allowed the advantage of a quick tap before their opponents get set. So Richards would have had to run to the 20-metre line, tap it on the halfway line himself for them to have that fast restart of play.
Well, it's
nothing but a fast restart here.
I'm not so sure that he took that in the in-goal area, but they've got away with it. That's a good link. Tompkins in, beautiful offload. Here is Charnley, he's got 3 in support. It's a foregone conclusion here, really. Tompkins will go over for the try. His 150th career appearance for Tompkins. He's 24 years of age today. And they're just checking something in back play. They're saying that Sam Tompkins, or they're asking the question whether Sam Tompkins interfered with a Widnes chaser in back play. Started by Blake Green. They're looking to see whether there was any obstruction. There was a dummy runner coming back on the inside. But this is a great combination. Look at the position of Sam Tompkins. Knew they were going to draw the fullback Hanbury. And the superstar from Wigan, Sam Tompkins. That's the issue. Was there a man taken out?
No problem with that, mate. That's a collision, accidental. I think the problem for me is Pat Richards. I'm with you, Steve-O. I don't believe he catches that in the in-goal. Wonderful finish from Tompkins and Charnley, though.
Well, they checked everything, and this is surely going to be a try, and it is to the Wigan Warriors. First blood to them, and the 24-year-old Sam Tompkins, the birthday boy today, his 6th touchdown of 2013. But the contentious issue came 100 metres up the other end when Pat Richards defused that bomb, and he was judged to have had a foot on the line, thereby making it as the ball defused in goal. Let's have a look. He's come from the in-goal area, and he lands with his foot on the line.
Green, beautiful dummy runner, comes straight through. Quick hands, combination. Goulding sent Charnley away, and who else Sam Tompkins. He reads the game very well indeed. Surely this fella can add.
He does. Just a few seconds ago, Pat Richards didn't kick last week. The job at Leeds went to Matty Smith. There was some groin problem or something for Pat Richards at Headingley. Obviously, he's A-OK this week. And the Wigan Warriors have a 6-0 advantage. They've got their early try inside the first 10.
And it was a good one as well, and it also spells danger for the Widnes coach Dennis Betts. He knows the quality of the quick hands out on either side, both right and left, with the centres. Goulding and Thornley, they've got the ability to utilise the wingers, Charnley and Pat Richards. But I have to keep harping back at the fact that the Pat Richards defusing of the bomb should not have been given as far as I'm concerned.
Well, he jumped from the in-goal area, Steve-O. He landed on the line. That surely means it's diffused. There it is. And he did definitely touch the line.
I think he's over the try line, I think.
Either way, it's up on the scoreboard.
Doesn't matter now.
No, Sean
I'm sure it matters to Dennis Betts, by the way.
And what Widnes can't do now is feel sorry for themselves. They've got to keep in this game, get into that arm wrestle, make the most of their possession, and try and keep up this end of the pitch, because as we saw when Sam Tompkins scores that try, good field position, or probably from the halfway line onwards, they're in a danger of scoring Wigan.
Here come the Vikings again then. Oh, that was a little bit elaborate from Rhys Hanbury. There was no chance really for Christine.
Well, the idea was there.
The idea was good, the execution was awful.
It was far too strong as a pass. It was going downhill. Interesting selection, isn't he, Rhys Hanbury? They're playing the half-back position, but Dennis Betts has put him into the full-back role. And why not, I suppose, in many ways, when you think about it. We've seen the success of Sam Tompkins being switched from half-back, and he certainly has made a good fist of it. We've already seen it with Lomax at St Helens.
Yes, it seems to be a trend in 2013, and Sean Briscoe was named in Dennis Betts' 19-man squad for this, to become yet another ex-Wigan man returning, but Dennis decided to stick with Hanbury. That's the way he's going to go, he says. Now there is space out here. That's brilliantly taken by Richards. An important tackle by Paddy Flynn.
Well, on that occasion, Widnes did utilise the sliding defence to effect. It didn't work when they conceded that try. That is a problem when you've got that sliding defence. You've got to make sure, but what a great take there by Richards.
It's Matty Smith. Back it comes to Blake Green. Green with a handoff, and he's broken through them as well. Charnley's outside him. Gives the ball to Charnley. Second try for the Wigan Warriors.
Was it forward? That's the big question.
They can't go upstairs for that. They cannot check on the video referee for that. It has to be a decision made on the field. And Josh Charnley over for his 6th of the season. Blake Green made it. Charnley scored it. And Wigan are 10 up with a kick to come.
Well, again, quick hands out on that side. You see the utilisation of that dummy runner. They really should have put Blake Green down, but that looked a touch forward. So the rub of the green is going Wigan's way. The 50-50 decisions are turning to 60-40, and that is forward. The Widnes fans behind the sticks as Charnley pops it down. They're not impressed. But you can't take it away from this guy. Boy, he knows the way to the line. Tremendous effort. But they really should have stopped it when the standoff Blake Green utilised the dummy runner coming back on the inside. They got the outside of Willie Eitzer, but he should have been put down.
Well, that was the 70th try for Wigan, for Josh Charnley, the 21-year-old England international. And Richards here now to add the extras to make it 12 points to 0. Some warning bells really for Widnes. It was 10 tries to 2, 54-12 in the win here last year, the biggest post-war home win against Widnes, and Wigan are on their way once more.
You know, in the last few games, Wigan have made more passes than any other team in Super League. And what they did in this set, although you might think that's a forward pass, I can't tell quite from this angle. but the passage of play that built up to this try, if you remember, Wigan spread the ball from the right wing all the way across the left. It was a brilliant catch by Richard, and then shifted it back across the right. They really are making this playing surface look massive, and so many of the Vikings players are spending a lot of time and energy chasing across because of the width with which Wigan are attempting to play.
Here's a penalty for offside against the Widnes Vikings now. I'd just like to ask Barry a fairly personal question, actually. You're one of the long list of great players who have played for both of these clubs in your career, albeit slightly briefly both of them. We know where your colours are tied right now. Who are you supporting tonight?
Well, what I'm looking forward to is a nice tight contest, Eddie, and unfortunately Widnes can't seem to match the pace and the power that Wigan are playing with, and you see the mistakes that Widnes have made, and you can physically see the heads go down and the shoulders drop, and they just mentally can't get over those mistakes, and what they need to do is stay in that dogfight. So I'm always going for the underdog, Eddie.
Okay, always for the underdog. I was going to accuse you of a politician's view then of that, because you didn't really give me an answer until the last second, but well done. Here is Richards now, finds Blake Green, comes in field to Matty Smith. There was a little fumble, and it was a
great tackle
heck
from
of
Ben
a challenge
Cross.
by Ben Cross. It was
it ever? Yeah, that'll shake the feathers. But again, look,
well, that looked forward as well.
you can't hesitate with this guy around. They're being caught out wide. Tim Roby wants to go upstairs.
He can't even ask about the forward pass possibility. I think he's asking, is he get a foot in touch?
Oh, he gets it down okay. Gets it down.
Good finish from Charlie, but I agree, Eddie, I think that one was forward.
Well, they'll be feeling a bit aggrieved here, the Widnes Vikings, because this is going to be given by tonight's video referee, Steve Ganson. That's 3 quick tries, 2 for Charnley. And Josh Charnley, he was quickly through the 70th for Wigan. That's number 71.
It's a big problem, isn't it, on the left-hand side of defence. You can't afford to hesitate. And when Patrick Arvan came out of the line, it was always going to be an overlap for this fella, Josh Charnley. It's just basic rugby league football. And that is suck your defender in and utilise the gap, which eventually comes from Patrick Arvan. He'd no option but to try to get it, because he could see that they'd got the overlap and the numbers. He tried to squeeze it, but it was passed, and this guy finished it again.
2 rugby balls and 2 tries for Josh Charnley already tonight, and I'm afraid the omens are not good for the Widnes Vikings. Now then, Pat Richards didn't kick last week, 2 from 2, and he's trying to draw it back. That's a fantastic kick. That is a fantastic kick from Richards, and Wigan lead by 18 points to 0.
Huge problem, Dennis Betts, and he knows it. We keep talking about the defence, and yet again they've got away with the pass, this time from Daryl Goulding, that drifted forward. He's not going to hang around and say, I think that might have been Sir. His job is to put it down, and he's done it on 2 occasions. I'm with you, Eddie. This could be anything unless Widnes get good field position and, best of all, possession of the ball.
Well, on a night when the mercury in the thermometer is way, way below 0, I do have some sympathy for Rod Studd's view that maybe when a certain team gets to a certain amount of points, they call it quits and we all go home.
Well, the weather's cold, but Wigan are red hot. You know, it is crisp, and so is Wigan's passing here. Look, they're shifting the ball. They look like they're going to come wide again here now. Locked to Farrell. Full width, aren't they? And so many of the Vikings are spending so much time and energy running from left to right to try and cover what's through in front of them.
It was a joke, Steve-O. I'm so cold. Richards ploughing down the left wing again. Kicks ahead, looking for Thornley. It's too deep.
Bit of a let-off. And again, they're being caught out wide. Dennis Betts has got to do something. He's got to change his sliding defence. He's got to start putting a man-on-man. At least it will make this Wigan outfit try to think a little bit more. At the moment, all they have to do is just 2 links, use the dummy runner coming back on the inside, and they're getting the space out wide. You've got to get that man-on-man.
Dare I say it, Steve, well, they've probably got to get up a little bit quicker. Instead of stood there watching Wigan pass for pass for pass, get up there and snuff the threat out, and perhaps on the left edge of Widnes, sorry, should I say, Patrick Arvan was nice and collected with his thoughts until he got near the try line, then he jumped in and created that space. That's a good sign for Widnes. Nice hurry to play the ball as quick as he can, forcing that penalty. And that field position that they've been searching for.
A little bit high from Liam Farrell.
Yeah, and also he's attempting to get a throttle on him. Tremendous player, is so impressive.
Dave Allen now for the Vikings. First time for a while that they have been camped in the 20-metre zone. Good hit by Flower. Clark is waiting, dummy half. Lachlan was all over him. It's a loose pass, obviously. Hanbury collects it, and Hanbury is retreating towards his own sticks. And Wigan hunting in a pack.
Well, that's the point I was making. Sorry, Steve-O. Wigan aren't giving Widnes any time. That's the second time they've tried to put their money play on, and they've grabbed John Clark at the play of the ball.
Yeah, they're very eager. The Wigan defence, that is for sure. They're playing as a very, very good unit.
18 minutes gone, 18 points to the good, and Widnes have missed 5 tackles. Tompkins collects the grubber kick towards his own line.
It's important now that Widnes try to keep Wigan well and truly down in their danger zone. And again, Widnes opting for that very short sliding defence. The big man, Pat Richards, on this left wing, he's wanting it.
Yeah, he's drifted across from one side of the field to the other. Farrell was nearly through. Matty Smith, dummy half. It's the ball away to Blake Green as well. It's a nice little understanding that's being developed between Matty Smith and Blake Green for the Wigan Warriors. Last tackle here, the kick from Smith. It's punched in between Hanbury and Arvan. Hanbury takes control. A good chase though. Cherry and White.
That'll
straight line.
That'll please Sean Wayne, Wigan coach. He knows how effective his defence can be. Though they've given away a silly penalty. Just a little bit of lack of concentration. You know, you can be overly robust.
Dom Crosby. Just to the extra push on Hanbury on the floor.
They don't need to do it, and I don't think he's too happy. Discipline is a key factor in any sport, especially this one when it's rough and tough.
That's Frank Winterstein again. John Clark, a dummy half. We featured him on Boots and All on Wednesday. He graduated with honours from the University of Chester. Then he hopped on the plane to Perpignan, and here he is now at Wigan, where it all began for him. 1997. Eamon O'Carroll again, another ex-Wigan man. Play the ball to Clark. Winterstein is fed by Lloyd White. He's tackled by 3.
There's no utilisation of the dummy runner as we've seen from Wigan tonight.
Go down the short side here with Hanbury and Willie Isa, but Wigan muscle up in defence and bundle Isa over the touchline.
Too big, too strong. Good work by Chris Tucson as well. If you're going to work that short side, you've got to make sure that you've got the speed to get round. And you can see Charlie, was he pulling? Tucson was definitely pushing.
And we see the difference in attitudes of both sides there. Wigan make a mistake, they give a penalty away at the play of the ball. They didn't get their sequential peel right. And they forced a penalty, but they backed that up with good defence. And if Widnes are going to survive in this game, they need to adopt that same attitude.
Well, we've talked about Widnes' improvement in 2013. They've only won 16 of 72 away matches in the Super League since 2002, and they conceded an average of 40 points in their 27 weekly rounds last year. It's been an average of 26 points conceded so far this year, but they had a big defeat against them last week, and they're 18-0 down here.
You might have just seen the little performance gauge at the bottom of the screen showing that Wigan doing really well for the breaks, the meters, and the fact that they're not missing any tackles, but they've just missed another one with the Vikings, and Smith through.
He is Smith, and he slides the kick in behind the defence for Charnley, and that's probably the quickest hat-trick that Charnley has ever scored. He was a bit concerned about the challenge that came in on him on the ground. Had a word about that, then had a smile because he knew it was the perfect hat-trick. One in the 12th minute, one in the 15th minute, one in the 22nd minute. 3 tries in 10 minutes for Josh Charnley. A hat-trick already for him. And as Steve-O said early in the piece, this really could be anything tonight.
Certainly could, but this is masterful. This is absolutely wonderful play by Matty Smith. He knew there was nothing on for him personally, but he could see that there was space. Didn't like the challenge, and rightly so, but this is out of the top drawer. Brilliant stuff from Matty Smith. Look at this. Who's there? He knows he's going to be there. Puts it down, pumps it through. Hat-trick time. You're right, Eddie. One of the quickest we've seen.
3 tries in 10 minutes for Josh Charnley. And Pat Richards, well, 3 from 3. This to make it 4 from 4. And to make it Wigan 24 and Widnes 0. And Richards makes no mistake whatsoever. It's Tompkins, Charnley with a hat-trick, 4 successful kicks from Richards, 24 points to 0 to the Wigan Warriors. And he wasn't happy because of that little late challenge by Paddy Flynn.
Put the knees into him, and rightly so, has been having a little bit of a talk.
And it's on report. And that won't help the witness cause over Easter if the disciplinary panel see anything wrong with that.
Well, you can understand players getting frustrated. You just conceded out on that right-hand side in defence. The big problem in regards to so easy are they getting through this witness defence. They can get frustrated, but you can't afford to be doing things like that. And I think the look on Dennis Betts' face sums it all up. He knows he's in for a bit of a thrashing here.
Well, I think what the Vikings need to do, Eddie, is try and play as if the score's still 0-0. When you concede 24 points in 24 minutes, it is difficult to accept that. But you can't go away from what you practiced, which you thought would help you to have the best chance of playing well here tonight. And the Vikings need to try to remember what they thought would help them out there.
And he knows, Dennis Betts, that his Widnes team is facing a critical couple of weeks, because they've got this tonight, they have Warrington on Good Friday, and then they have Huddersfield on Easter Monday. So the fixture planners have certainly done them no favours in this particular stage of the season. They started to prove a few times this year that they're up for the challenge in Super League this year after finishing bottom of the table last year, but a fixture programme like that with Wigan, Warrington, Huddersfield in quick successions, it's tough.
Well, one of the things Dennis might talk about in the changing rooms at half-time, there's no doubt they're tight and they're compressed in the defensive line, but you can't afford to clock off. We saw Matty Smith, it got shut down at the outside, and he went back to the middle, and 1 or 2 of the Widnes players had clocked off, and the ball will always find the glitch, and that's where Matty Smith went.
Patrick Arvan coming down the wing and gets the ball inside, and Willie Isa did really well to keep hold of that on the deck.
That was
this
a great
is the last. Well, the crossfield kick there was straight to Pat Richards.
They're just not getting it right. The defence is all over the shop, and they know it.
Now that was in goal, Eddie. No problem with Pat Richards catching that one.
Well, it was, and it was so far ahead of the Widnes chasers that it was a pretty wasted kick.
I think the way, though, that Wigan have played it, a lot of other teams besides Widnes might find themselves heavily behind here. Wigan have had the ball 11 times. They haven't made a single mistake yet, and they've been clinical with the chances they've created. Oh, there's the first one. Kiss of death.
Yes, it's the commentator's curse, Phil. We've done that to a few teams this year. It might as well be Wigan's turn tonight. Art Van.
They'll be there. Oh, he's finally got it away. Clark.
And chances here for the Widnes Vikings now. That's Lloyd White. They're 20 metres away. Can they threaten? Can they get across that Wigan line? Here's Hanbury again. Gets the ball away to Christine. Solid Wigan defence. And this will be where Sean Wayne is watching his Wigan charges very closely indeed. OK, they can score tries. They've proved that already tonight. Can they hold them out when they're under pressure? Clark's waiting, 10 metres away. Gets the ball into Mellor. Mellor then finds Lloyd White. White to Henry. They go wide to Arvan. He can score, this fellow. Patrick Arvan can score tries against anybody.
Touching goal, Grandin, please.
It was a wonderful offload from the fullback, Reece Hambury. And I think he's got in. He's airborne. Oh! This is touch and go. Steve Ganson is the video referee. Look for the green boots. Don't worry about the post. Oh, this will be turned down. You can just see a little bit of a gap there before the ball hits, and the green boot, it hits the whitewash there. I think that this will probably be turned down. Steve Ganson is the man to make the decision.
And he's not having another look at it head on, so it looks like this is going to be chalked off. And it was a fraction of an inch. Dennis Betts just raised the eyebrows.
Just there, boys.
That's what it's there for, Eddie.
There's no charity in this game, is there, Steve?
Look at the man who's made the effort to save the try, Eddie.
Yes,
He might have scored
yeah.
a hat-trick. He's not content, is he? He wants to protect that side of the field. He wants to own the right flank today. And that fox's tongue, visible just between the ball and the pitch, I think prevented the first 4 points for Widnes.
Heads in, boys. Heads in. Heads in. Okay.
It was a wonderful link from the fullback Hambury, and on that occasion Patrick Arvan certainly timed his launch into the corner, just touched the whitewash.
We've had one draw today, London and Hull FC, Catalan and Bradford all square in Perpignan.
Plenty of draws this year, isn't there?
I think there's been 6 so far now, and that could be the 7th. Competitive, the Super League 2013.
Certainly
and,
is.
Tomorrow night, will there be another draw, or will it be a victory for Hull KR, a much-needed win for Castleford Tigers? 6 o'clock, Sky Sports 1 HD again for that.
And will we see the introduction of the golden point, Eddie?
When, tomorrow or ever?
No, but in the future.
I agree, Steve. I'd like to see it brought in.
Would you?
I'd like to see.
Hull have battled away for a point in London.
I'd love to see a result at the end of the game.
Really?
Yes, I would. I would.
It's a good debate. It's a boots and all debate. It's a back chat debate. If Bradford get a point in Catalan, isn't that a moral victory for them?
Remember, Eddie, Baz is a little bit bigger than I.
Oh, well, I know. He's a good distance
down.
away from
What are
me.
you trying to say? I'm doing my best.
Well, they really need something, don't they, Widnes, to lift the spirits. That certainly would have helped. Would have been helped more if the 4 points had been added to it. But they've been impressive, haven't they, Wigan, with ball in hand? But it's their defence that's been also exceptional. Oh, good run. Good belt as well. Winterseen getting through a lot of defence.
But that's illegal. Ben Kavanagh, 4th in a row off the bench for him, a Wigan Academy player, Ben.
With me.
Yeah, just messing around. Can't afford to do that. Interesting to see there that as soon as the penalty was given, Matty Smith says, come on, let's get on with it. I don't know whether it's because everyone's freezing out there already. They don't want to stop.
Well, it's interesting as well, Barry's view on golden points on a night like this. 80 minutes is long enough, isn't it?
Keep your eye out now for Sam Tompkins.
Here is Logan Tompkins. He got the ball away to Scott Taylor. Logan Tompkins finds Blake Green. Little drop of the shoulder twice from Blake Green. Just short of the line. Logan's there again. Here is Matty Smith. Fires the pass to Sam. Sam dabs it through. Oh, it's come up for him. Straight through the middle, like threading the eye of the needle. And Tompkins gets his second, but it's the Tompkins-Charnley show so far. And we're going to be up there with the group of clubs on 11 points tonight. Sam Tompkins, little dab through, and then he somehow finds the space to get between the defenders. Great try, this.
Sheer quality, and this is why he's classified as one of the best in the world. He took it upon himself. He's no stranger to saying, I'm going to do something solo. That is brilliant. Wonderful stuff. He's got such balance He also can utilise it. There you can see, I think it's Sean O'Loughlin that's injured in back play. No doubt about it, gets a hand through it. Beautiful play. It's pretty to watch, but not if you're a Widnes fan.
So Sam Tompkins, that's the fifth Wigan try. And the joining Jack sign.
You know what, you were debating, and so were John Wells before the game, about whether Reece Hansberry should play fullback and the role and style of a modern day fullback. I think you've just seen with Sam Tompkins playing fullback, almost like a traditional standoff, you could say there. Received the second pass from the player, the ball. In the old days, that's where the number 6 used to stand. And I think the modern day fullback can inject himself wherever he feels that it's appropriate. Put himself in the line, got his hands on the ball, and showed that he has the skill and creativity to put more points for his team. Sometimes he provides the points for his players, sometimes he scores them himself.
Well, look, there are so many Catalan ahead, 16-10 in the south of France. There are so many ex-Wigan players out there on the field tonight. There are some others who might have been there as well for Widnes this evening, but for other reasons. Gareth Hock, of course, blocked. Kevin Brown, Cameron Phelps, Stefan Marsh, all ex-Wigan men. And you have to say that the likes of Brown and Hock and Marsh, they would have made a difference.
Oh, without a doubt, they're quality players, but the way that Wigan are playing with so much confidence, quick hands, they really have been put through the mill by the coach, Sean Wayne. Interesting, and I think Sean Wayne's done the right thing. With the scoreline at 30 points to nil, there's a problem for the skipper, Sean O'Loughlin. He's out. Chris Toussaint's come back onto the field of play. No point in, look at the quick hands there yet again.
Yes, it's great to watch, isn't it? And Widnes have no answer to this. They're so quick of thought and so quick of hand at the moment, the Wigan Warriors. There's Logan Tompkins to Blake Green, Matty Smith. Smith then to Sam Tompkins. He finds Hughes. Hughes then to Toussaint. He finds Goulding. This fella's on 4 tries. This fella's on 4 tries. He's almost got it, but a brilliant handoff, and Toussaint touches down. Well, when you're hot, even on a freezing cold night, things happen for you. And everything that Wigan are touching tonight is turning to gold.
Certainly is, and we just mentioned the confidence, and Sean Wayne and the coaching staff will be very pleased indeed. This is an abject lesson to the Widnes players about what sheer quality can produce. Quick hands, beautiful offload there, but it doesn't go much better than this. A lot of people would have been greedy trying to go to it. He knew that Toussaint was there. It's all about team effort, and the Cherry and Whites know exactly what that means. Quick hands, look at the flick. As I say, he could have said, I want 4, but no, he saw the man there, and Toussaint, he celebrates with it. This is brilliant stuff. It's going to take something very, very amazing for this Widnes outfit to try to stop the mega play that we're seeing from Wigan tonight. Can he add the extras? It's way out on that right-hand side.
Well, he's 5 from 5. And he's missed with his first unsuccessful kick, which draws boos from the Wigan faithful.
Eddie, I really like what Chris Toussaint does in that play. He passes the ball, stays in the frame, and it's a great example of how you should follow the ball. He's not content with putting his teammate through a gap, knowing that Josh Charnley scored 3 tries already, and he's creating havoc in the defensive line of Widnes. He's put himself in the frame. They've got 2 fabulous back rowers in Liam Farrell and Chris Toussaint with a huge future in the game.
Yes, they have, despite the fact they've got so many players missing as well themselves. Look at those performance indicators from the Wigan Warriors. 100% tackle success. They're flawless tonight. And they've had Saints here on Good Friday, and all the St Helens supporters will be hoping perhaps they've peaked a bit too early, Steve-O.
Well, look, all you can expect is what we're seeing, and the tactics that's been displayed by Sean Wayne is just say, look, we don't want to get involved in a battle down the middle of the field in the forwards. They haven't even done that. Normally, if you want to just slow things down, let's have 3 forwards, trundle it forward. They haven't even done that. It's just like get it wide. Now they're opting for the kick.
Yes, it's high this, and it's allowed to bounce. It's come back to Taylor. Oh dear, dear, dear. Charlie's there. Charlie gets 4. He's checking the onside, offside of the kick, and then he's checking the touchdown and the downward pressure. Tim Roby's doing his best to try and find fault with some of these Wigan tries for Widnes.
They're all inside on this side, and that's the most important factor.
What about the pace of Scott Taylor when he makes this break? He has the presence of mind to put the pass in that's pinpoint perfect. This is a fabulous try.
And a very good pass, wasn't it, from Taylor? I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Look at the determination on this young fella's face. He gets it down on the whitewash, don't worry. Try number 4. And Baz, as we've said, they don't want to get involved. They don't need to get involved in the forward battle. They've got the 3 quarters to just split them apart, and we've seen that.
Well, the one thing Richards and Charnley have got is speed, and they're combining that with work ethic. It's tremendous to see.
It is. It's fantastic. And Josh Charnley gets 4 tries. Widnes in disarray. Dennis Betts so disappointed. But this is a very good Wigan side, and is tonight Leslie Vinacolo's all-time record of 6 tries in a Super League match under threat from Charlie, because here comes his own number 4.
The big fella, Scott Taylor, turns himself into a centre 3/4, runs the way through. Anybody there? Yeah. This guy, he's already got the hat-trick. He adds to it, number 4. It's a little bit of a rub round the chin. And Can Richards got 5 from 6.
Can he add the extras out there? It just drifts the wrong side of the posts. 38 to Wigan, zip to Widnes.
Yeah, too many problems by the Widnes defence, and they know it.
Few scarves needed on the terraces tonight.
And on that occasion, Eddie, we saw the high kick, didn't we?
Keep working, boys.
It was a wonderful high kick from Matty Smith. And what did Widnes do? They allowed the thing to bounce. You cannot afford it, especially with the way that Wigan, they're so rampant tonight.
But what about the skill and the ability of the modern-day forward? I'm going to go back to Scott Taylor there. He catches that ball. He sprints 300 metres it'll be tomorrow morning, but he sprints 15 metres and then puts a pass from left to right, which is the more difficult of the 2 passes, right on the button.
Yes, it's champagne stuff, isn't it, from Wigan. They're appealing there for offside against Logan, on Logan Tompkins. Another offload, it's Logan again, another offload, he finds Liam Farrell. They're asking for 6 to go, Wigan. That call doesn't come from Tim Roby. Farrell plays the ball, Logan Tompkins. In midfield, it's Greg Burke. They've got some cracking youngsters coming through, Wigan. And Matty Smith.
Great kick.
He'll find touch and just will wind the clock down a little further towards half-time.
And there was a lot of doubt, you know, in the combination with Blake Green and Matty Smith before the season started.
Make sure you get your foot on the ball.
Suggestion perhaps that would they gel? Yes, I think they've proven that. He's certainly got his kicking boots on tonight, Matty Smith. But a great combination, these two.
Yes,
solid. I think the word solid is just sums them both up.
And Blake Green is ever present, and it's the 8th start as well for Matty Smith at scrum half tonight. Winterstein, well, 38-0. Wigan, I think we can all say, have won the match. Just whisper that quietly, but Widnes have got to try and build for something in the second half here tonight. Otherwise their season could just disintegrate around them over the next week or so.
Well, this certainly won't help, will it? They find it difficult to get over the advantage line, but you've got to give a lot of credit for the Cherry and Whites, the way they're getting out of the blocks very, very quickly. The difference between the two sides, of course, was the quality in the 3/4 line, and he knows it, does Sean Wayne.
Well, a kick that finds its way to touch, and that will probably do. I don't think anyone will be in any great rush to form the scrum with only a second or two remaining. Sean Wayne's on his way in for the half-time cuppa and the team talk. Well, champagne stuff from Josh Charnley. Sam Tompkins, though it was, who began the scoring in the 7th minute. Then Charnley took over. 1, 2, 3, a quick 10-minute hat-trick. Tompkins again. Tucson having been fed by Charnley, and then Charnley just wrapping up the first half scoring that gives us this situation of 38 points to 0 at half-time. What